So today I would like to talk about two ways of awakening, and there's a false way of awakening, and there's a sudden way of awakening, and it's not really a way. That's why it's called a sudden awakening. And I had a lot of comments of people that were trying to convince me that I'm not finished on my path to real enlightenment. Just so you know, there's no enlightenment. There's no enlightened person. You cannot attain enlightenment. All the enlightened people who are really enlightened are always the ones who tried to attain it through hard spiritual practices, and they failed and surrendered. And that's when enlightenment apparently happened. So some people try to attain a certain state of enlightenment through Tantra. I still don't know what Tantra is. Or clearing or cleaning the nervous system, or integrating a shadow, or the ego always wants to have a path, a way. Like something in the future that is better than what is actually here right now. That's not awakening. That's why I call it the false awakening, because awakening is awakening. But if you're on a way to attain awakening, that's the ego trying to dream a better dream. And if you're here because you actually want to wake up, this video is for you. And just notice how your personality or ego is already forming an opinion about me or this video, just like it's always building a certain opinion of the current situation. And it feels like it's you, it's the subject that is looking at the objective world. And there's something behind it that is actually aware of the personality. So enlightenment or awakening, even though I don't really like this word because it sounds too noble, but enlightenment actually means that you're transcending the mask, transcending the personality, because personality means persona, persona means mask, and it's your mission to see who's wearing the mask. So the mask is watching this video, trying to understand what is behind the mask. And all you have to do is actually be aware of thoughts and feelings, sensations, appearances that feel like you. And just see that all these appearances are happening effortlessly without you consciously trying to make them appear. And you're effortlessly watching those things. So when this is realized, all effort is gone, because all the thoughts that appear now are appearing effortlessly, because you're not the thinker of the thoughts, they appear. And you're watching those thoughts appearing very effortlessly. So you're falling in this effortless being, and it's beyond good and evil, beyond opinion. It doesn't want to go on a path. And actually, only if you have realized this true self, you can finally really meditate, because the person, the mask, cannot meditate. Some people try to attain the true self by making the mask disappear. So as the mask, or let's say personality, they sit down and meditate, and they want to integrate and get rid of things and do and don'ts and stuff like that, and try to get rid of the mask. And you cannot get rid of the mask, or you don't have to, because there is always something that remains. Because as long as you remain as the mask, of course, there's always a little bit of the mask remaining. And That's why you cannot meditate. It doesn't work. When you as a person choosing to meditate doesn't work. When you see that you're the one looking at the mask, then meditation can happen. And slowly all these things, programs you call myself, the ego, all these programs start to get deinstalled. And you can just try it right now. Instead of trying to understand my words, try to have this open awareness that is even aware of your personality. Maybe you feel some sensation in the body, some suffering, some thoughts, some opinions appearing. So you're not only aware of the objective world, you're also aware of the subjective world. And if you try to find the one that is watching the subject, notice how the mind is instantly creating an image of what consciousness looks like, and that's not consciousness. So you cannot find a location of the witness. And when you stay as this witness, remain as it, and notice the pull of the ego, of the mask, and not give into it, what will happen is kind of a sensation, but it's not a personal sensation. It doesn't happen for the mask. It's a clear seeing that the body happens in you. And the world, everything happens in you. Yeah. And that's peace, that's freedom, it doesn't require a path or philosophy. Like, I literally had a commenter on one of my last videos. He wrote a comment that was so long about Kundalini raising, and but when the mind is obsessed with being a professional spiritual person, then that's just what happens. It's also okay to be obsessed with spiritual concepts, but it's easy to get lost and actually miss the point. So just check in. Do you feel like everything that's happening right now is happening to something very unpersonal? And if it still feels like it's happening to you personally, be aware of this feeling of personality, because you can be aware of it. When you become aware of personality, and what is aware of personality is something that is impersonal. And then after that, you don't have to act like a good person, and you're not a frustrated person. You can simply let it happen, because again, the effortless witness is just watching, and it doesn't really care, but it has a loving, it's not really a loving, it's just a carefree okayness Let's call it. Let's call it an okayness. It's peace. It's your true self, and it's not something you can attain. Some people try to attain it. The mask tries to become the one that's wearing it. And how to know if you're still the mask? It's when you feel like you have to personally attain something. It's when you try to attain spiritual liberation, enlightenment, non-dual awareness. And it's very important to do it right, not do it wrong, and you're too focused on integration of the shadow, and the pure self doesn't care about all these things. That's why it's called liberation, because you're free. Yeah, spontaneous video. I think that's it. So if you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and have a great day.